discuss about the fish preservation, processing, transportation. These are the techniques for the storage of the fishes for further use. Why these are actions are necessary? This is useful for the use for the next or the latter use for the storage technique. Now we are going to discuss one by one. So in this contest, we are going to discuss about the introduction part of the preservation, fish processing. As I told now, that is the processing is the method for how to be storage. What is the technique? How we are going to storage for the further use? That is the processing. How we are going to do this processing? That is the primary processing. And then fish preservation methods. What are the methods? That is come under into the secondary processing. And then transportation. So coming to the introduction, in some places more fishes is caught at the time that can be consumed. Methods are used to keeping the surplus. Surplus means extra. Whatever the extra material is there, extra fishes are there, which are going to be stored, that has to be maintained in the good condition for the consumption. Consumption means usage. For the further usage, what we have to store? We have to store the extra amount of the fishes for the next use. Then again fishermen sometimes cannot return to the villages. Then what they have to do? They have to caught and it will be value for them for knowing the process. That is the primary process, and preserving, that is the secondary process, and their catch by the simple means. It is necessary to transport fishes to target market or factories while it is in the good quality. If it is in the good quality, then only it is useful for the fishermen. Otherwise, it will be loss for that fisherman. So they have to maintain the fishes in the good condition at the time of the traveling or the transport to get the amount. That has to that is the main criteria. They have to follow that in the good condition. And see here in this picture you can see that how they are preserving by adding the salt and by keeping into the ice pieces or the ice. So you see that in our normal in the normal situation when we go to buy the fishes, they kept in one thermocol box, and in that thermocol box ice pieces are there. In that ice, in the cool condition, they maintain the fishes in the normal and the natural good condition. Are you people that see that condition? You just see that fishes when we go to buy in our market, then we can see that fishes has to be stored into that one thermocol box to maintain the temperature. In that thermocol box they are again put some pieces of the ice. చూసిరు కదా మీరు ఇంటి దగ్గర ఎక్కడైనా మార్కెట్ పోయినప్పుడు ఇట్లా వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారు, అమ్మే వాళ్ళు ఒక బాక్స్ లోపల ఈ ఫిషెస్ ని అన్ని ఐస్ పీసెస్ పెట్టి దాంట్లో స్టోర్ చేస్తారు. So these are the some basic and the common methods how they are store the fishes. And see what is the processing. If we talk about the processing, let me the term fish processing refers to the process associated with fish and fish products between the time fishes are caught or harvested and the time the final products is delivered to the customers. Ante they have to when they are catching the fishes, at the time of the catching the fishes, and then they have to bring to the market or deliver from the one place to the another place. At that time they have to process into the good condition. How they are processing? To add some salt to maintain the body fluid concentration. They have the add some salt, then they can maintain in the good condition without rupturing the fishes, without spoiling the fish tissues, or the body of the fishes does not have to be spoiled. To maintain into the good natural condition, they have to add some salt. That is the basic processing method. Then the harvested species should be cleaned and cooled as soon possible. Due to the strong digestive juices, fish spoil very soon, and if not, that is the gutted and cleaned properly, may develop of flavor and the color. So without going to damage the fish tissues by the some digestive juices or by the any liquid substances which are present into the body, to maintain that in the good condition and the good flavor and the color, they have to see that they have to cut the fishes and then remove all the internal organs. Then there may be a chance to maintain into the good condition. A sharp knife, clean cloth, plastic bag, and the crushed ice pieces must be kept ready for the gutting and cleaning of the fishes. And gutting is the process. See here, you people have maybe a chance to get the confused. Gutting is nothing but cut into the fish by the sides for removal of all the internal organs, whatever the digestive system, whatever the liver, whatever the internal parts are there, that part has to be removed. Why we have to remove before the preservation? To maintain the clean and the good condition without spoiling of the fish tissue. Then for that preservation, before the preservation, we have to clean the fish, we have to remove all the internal organs. That is the method. And with the help of knife, fish should be clean and be labeled, and throat should be cut, and gills and externals are the entrails are the removed. And clean fish must be put in plastic bag, and then it is in the ice. After the removing whatever the extra or whatever the internal visceral organs are there, removal of that products, they have to keep into the one bag and then keep into the ice. That is the processing method. To prevent the contamination, hands, working area, cutting boards, knives, and other utensils must be properly cleaned with the water and soap to maintain the hygienic condition. See here how they have to be clean the fishes. If you want to preserve the fishes, see in this picture you can see that how they are maintaining in this picture. See, whatever the internal organs are there, after removal they have to maintain and clean in condition. And here in this picture you can see that they, whatever the flesh is there, whatever the after cutting the pieces, they have to preserving by the steaming method. Means after that removal of all the parts, removal of all the external gills or anterior picture. In this picture you can see that the anterior region, the external gills, that is also remove. After removal of that, cutting of that, after the guttation process, this fish only mass will be removed, only the flesh will be maintained for the preservation. So like this they have to be maintained and they have to be preserved. Ha, Seema. And then after that, what is the fish preservation? That is the processing. Processing means before preservation, how the cleaning will be take place. That is the processing. After the processing, fish preservation technique. How they are preservation, how the preservation is going on. Preservation is the processing of food so that they can be stored for a long time. First purpose for the preservation, that the maintenance of the storage for the further use, to maintain and store for the long time. That is the main aim for the preservation. Okay, and see here, the fish preservation is the method extending the shelf life of fishes and other fishery products by applying the principles of chemistry, engineering, and the other branches of science in order to improve the quality of the products. Some of the important reasons for the preserving foods are why we are preserving. These are some important points. So, see here, to take care of excess, that is the produce, whatever the extra material is there, or extra fishes are there which we want to going to be stored, that has to be maintained in the good condition. That is the one aim. And after that, reaches area where the food items is not available, then in that area for the transport, for the availability purpose, we have to store the fishes, make transportation and the storage of the food easier. So for the transportation, see, as we know that from the India so many fishes are from the external countries also, in the import and the export method, we are transporting the food material. It is the whatever the food materials in the form of the fish or in the form of the mutton or in the form of the flesh. So these are the items, food items, they have to be transport from the one country to the another country. So for easy method for the transportation, we have to maintain in the good condition. So it is also the one aim that we have to be following this fish preservation techniques. and preserving the food at the home. And see, in the form of the fish pickle or for the dry preservation for the further use in the home also, we are going to follow some methods that is also come under into the preservation methods only. And then fish foods can be preserved by following methods. What are the methods? First one, salting method. Salting means, as I told now, that is the by adding the salt. And second one is the dehydration, removal of the water by steaming method. By following the steaming method, whatever the water is there in the body of fishes, that has to be dry. And that is the another method, that in the sun drying. Drying is nothing but, or the dehydration method is nothing but, it has to be open, it has to be lay into the sun or the direct sun. Then after the dry method, the removal of the water, that is also called as a sun drying. And increasing the temperature, that is by the smoking method. Smoking method means by the increasing temperature. And lowering temperature by the chilling and the freezing means storage in the cool or the low temperature. Freezing means in the chilling means again adding the ice pieces using preservatives. Anning and the pickling. Anning and the pickling is nothing but, that is meant canning and the pickling, sorry, canning is nothing but by maintaining into the boxes, airtight boxes for the transportation and for the long shelf life. They have to store for the long time. For that purpose, whatever the fishes, they have to be added by some like pickling. Pickle means, as we know, that is by adding the high salt concentration, by adding the high pepper concentration. We made pickles at our home. Like that, we can preserve or we can prevent the tissue to damage. These are the basic methods for the fish preservation. How we can preserve the fishes. See, one by one, if we talk about the salting method, salt is a preservative agent used for lengthen the shelf life of fish and fishery products, as it is absorb moisture from the organism and drastically reduce the spoilage. In the name only, we can understand that what is the salting. Salting is nothing but by adding the salt into the fishes which are going to be preserved. What happened if we add the salt? We can prevent the tissue to damage. If we want to prevent the damage, we have to add the salt. Why we have to add the salt? To maintain the body osmolarity or the tissue osmolarity without damaging the tissue of the fish. So for that purpose, we have to follow this method, and this is used in almost all the methods of preservation except in icing. In the icing, we don't need not to add the salt. And refrigeration and the freezing means, if you want to freeze, then we don't want to add the salt. There are many different kinds of salt, some being better than other in the fish curing. A distinction must be made between the two chief techniques of salting. See, salting also have two methods. One is wet salting, another one is the dry salting. Wet salting means the salt has to be added into the water, then salt solution has to prepare, which is called as the brine solution, and that salt solution is called as a brine. This is the brine solution, which is nothing but the sodium chloride NaCl plus water. In the water, we have to add this salt and making the aqueous solution. Then in that aqueous solution, fish has to be preserved. That is come under into the wet salting. And if we talk about the dry salt, to add that in the dry salting, we have to add that dry salt. So this is the two techniques from where we can be used for the we can use for the preservation by the salting method. And see, in this diagram also, you can see in this picture that here by adding the salt, how they are stuffing the fishes. If they cut the fish, see in this one, see in the body, after the cutting the fishes, they are totally stuffing with the salt to preservation technique to follow the preservation. And in this box also, by adding the dry salt, the total whatever the salt is there, that has to be poured on the fishes where they have to be stored. In this also, in the after the cutting the pieces of fishes, the total dry salt has to be poured on that, or to keep in the high salt concentration from the prevent from the spoilage. And what is the wet salting? This is a cheaper method. Since it requires a lesser amount of salt, the principle is to keep the fish for a long time in a brine solution. See, just now I discuss about the brine solution, means the aqueous solution with the sodium chloride. In that solution, these fishes has to be kept for the storage from the storage for further use. The equipment needed consists of the water grid and their watertight container, which can be tin. It may be a tin box or drum or the barrel. In that barrel they have to be stored. And to make the brine, one takes 4 part of clean water or the sea water and 1 part of the salt. So how much? That is the 3 by 4th. If we say the quantity how the brine solution will be prepared, 3 by 4th quantity of the water and then 1 by 4th quantity of the salt, so that we can maintain to prepare the brine solution. If the salt is in coarse, it has porous, it has to be ground or pounded first. It is then dissolved into the water by stirring with a piece of wood. To be good, and the brine must float a fish. The next step depends on the what kind of fish one wants to salt. See, here also some method that which type of fishes we are going to be salting, we are going to maintain into the salt. Like this, we have to dip the fishes into the one box where the aqueous solution is there. In that aqueous solution or the brine solution, the fishes has to be kept for the long time for the storage. The next step depend on what kind of fishes want to be salt. It is best first to cut off the head and gut. Before preservation, they have to be cut the head region and the gut region. This digestive system has to be removed and clean the fishes. And through the small fishes can also be salted whole. Large fishes must be cut open and it is to be preferable to take the backbone. So without after that, before the preservation, the fishes has to be clean and cut the head region and remove the digestive system. That is the technique. And fish with heavy armor of the scales must be scaled in places. Amma, mute chain ma. Please mute your phones. Fish with heavy armor of the scales must be removed or the must be scaled. In places where the flesh is thick, slashes must be made so that salted brine can be penetrate the flesh. So before preservation, the scales also has to be removed. Whatever the scales which are present on the body of fishes, that scales has to be removed before the preservation into the brine solution, so that the salt may be embedded or it may be absorbed internally to the tissues. And again, dry salting, in this method the fish is salted but the juices, slime and the brine are allowed to flow away. Dry salting can be done in old scenario or the on mats or the leaves or boxes. In any case, the brine formed in the fish juices and the salt must be allowed to run away. Just they float the what salt on the body of fishes. For 2 parts of fishes, one needed to part of salt, and layers of the fishes must be separated by layers of salt. First, one layer of fish has to be float and then salt layer, then one fish layer, layer by layer. How they can preserve this? By adding the layer by layer. First layer for the fishes, after that salt has to be kept, and after that again fishes and again salt. Likewise, continuously adding the layer by layer. By adding the salt in between the fish layer, one could be preserved by the dry salting. See here, the total fish has to be covered in the salt powder. It is come under into the dry type of salting. And in this box also, how they are maintaining the total, they pour the salt, that is the powder of salt. First they grind the salt, make the powder, the very much smooth powder of the salt, and then they poured on the total fish. Sun drying, as we told now, that is the sun drying and the dehydration. They kept into the sun dry, means they maintain the dehydration, removal of the water from the body of fishes. Drying is the process in which moisture is removed by exposure to the natural air, current, and humidity is regulated by climatic conditions. Dehydration is the process of removing of moisture with the use of mechanical device that provides artificial heat for drying. See here how they are drying. Sun drying, they just open up into the open area where in the sunlight they has to be dry by removal of the water, otherwise they maintain like this. They just wait on that. This is the strands. On that strand so many wires are there. On that wire they have to be put the fishes for dry into the sun. This is come under into the sun drying. Or this heap, like this is the large stand where total fishes has to be kept after for some time. After removal of that water from the fish body, they have to be stored for the long. And not only the fishes, small prawns also or small crustaceans also preserve in this manner. Not only the fishes, the small prawns which will be available in the market, that is also be preserved in this method only by in the sun heat. Total in the sunlight they have to be exposed, and after the exposure the water will be removed from the tissue from the body of fishes. Like that they have to be preserved for the long time. And see here, dehydration is the process of removing moisture with the use of mechanical devices. Okay, very small and the thin fishes can be dried straight away in the sun if they are bought in early enough in the morning, and if in the course the sun is shining. If these conditions are not fulfilled, the fish must be put for one night in brine or dry salted condition. They can be dried the next morning. See, after directly capturing the fishes from the water, just they have to be put in the sunlight. After the sunlight exposure, the water will be removed from the body and they may be dry. And after that, smoking method. Smoking means manta pettadam. As we know, that is the, here what we do, we are just increasing the temperature. By increasing temperature, cold smoking and the hot smoking, by decreasing the temperature, we just kept the fishes for the storage. Smoking, see in this picture you can see that how they are smoking or roasting. Commonly we can call it as like a by roasting method. We can be maintain the fishes storage for long time. In this picture you can see that by increasing the temperature they have to drying the fishes. And see in this also like ovens, and this is also like their ovens. And in factories we can see this like this. So in the high temperature the fishes has to be maintain the smoking condition. Any kind of fish can be smoked. There are three main methods here are for the smoking also. Three methods are there. One is the cold smoking, hot smoking, and the long smoking methods. Cold smoking means here the temperature has to be see here, cold smoking is exactly what it sound like, cold smoke. Fish are not cooked because the temperature generally does not exceed 43 degrees centigrade. Cold smoking is customarily performed and below the 30 degrees centigrade to prevent the undesired change in the mussels texture. To maintain the proper temperature, ensure the uniform drying to preserve the desired color. it is necessary to use an indirect source of heat and smoke. The cold smoking process is primarily used for salmon fishes. Other traditional cold smoke items include the black cod and trout, eel, herrings, haddock, and the cod fishes. These are the fishes which is preferred for the cold smoking, where the temperature has to be maintained below the 30 degrees centigrade. And what is the hot smoking? The hot smoking system can be used for immediate consumption to keep the fishes for a maximum of 48 hours. So much of heat will be increased for the smoking purpose. Small fishes can be salted first for half an hour. After the salting, they are put on the iron spits and dried in a windy places and in the sun of another half an hour, and then had to be smoked. The fish will be ready in about 1 hour, and indication that they are done will be found for the golden yellow color to the skin. Hot smoked fishes are moist and juicy when they are properly finished, and because of this, they have a relatively short shelf life and must be refrigerated. So, it is a instantly smoked, maybe a chance for the damage or the spoilage. Again, they have to be maintained into the refrigeration. What is a long smoking? If fishes must be kept in good condition for a long time, for instance, 2 or 3 months of even the longer, it can be done by smoking provided the fish is not oily. For this purpose, a small closed shed made of palm leaves or other local material can be used. The dimension of the shed depend of course on the quantities of the fishes may be smoked. First, they have to be smoked in one shed, means a palm tree shed, palm leaves shed has to be prepared. In that shed, smoke has to maintain. In that smoke, they have to be preserved, but the height should be in no case of less than the 6 feet. In this shed, racks are built and hang to the fish for the room or their day upon. Hanging the fishes on the spits in the best methods, but they can be also laid on loosely woven matting. See, like this shelf, they have to be maintained. A palm tree shed has to be maintained. In that palm tree shed, how the fishes has to be hanged for the smoking. From below side, they have to keep the heat. And in that again, shelves are made. On that shelf, iron spits are there. On that iron spit, fish has to be kept for the smoking method. And what is the chilling method? This is obtained by covering the fish with layers of ice. However, ice alone is not effective for the long preservation because melting water brings about a sort of leaching of valuable fish flesh content, which are responsible for the flavor. But ice is effective for short time preservation, such as is needed to transport landed fish to nearby markets or to canning the factories. See here. In the chilling method, they have to again maintain the layer by layer fishes has to be preserved. In that ice pieces has to be maintained, or in between the ice pieces has to be kept. What is the freezing? This is the more effective than the chilling. Totally freezing will be take place. Freezing is achieved either by using a mixture of ice and salt or refrigeration. The sub-zero temperature so often keep for the fishes to be frozen to prevent the to prevent the rancidity. The frozen fishes is to subject glazing with water as is wrapped in a cover of moisture proof of wax paper. So they have to maintain into the wrapped, they have to cover the fishes with the wax paper. Glazing is the dipping of frozen fishes into water so that finally a layer of hard ice surround the water. This layer affords protection against exposure of fishes from the fat to atmospheric oxygen. See how the fishes has to be chill or how the fishes has to be freeze into the ice pieces. Totally they have to be freezing layer by layer. Canning is the method where they have to be packed into the tin boxes for the transportation, like this in the tin boxes, like the pickles, how we take the pickles. Likewise, here also fish pickles or the fish canning or the fish processing will be take place to maintain in the good condition for the long period. Canning, this is a very effective method through the costly products is very good and retain much of flavor. Fish is clean and then cut to proper boneless pieces. In filtering plants, the pieces are then brined or pickled to improve the taste. Preliminary cooking is then carried out. Cooked pieces are then put in cans. Final cooking combines sterilization with steam and high temperature, that is a 110 Celsius. The cans are finally sealed in caners. Keeping period depend upon the quality of raw material used as well as vacuum created sealed cans. They have to kept and tightly packed into the tin boxes. What is the pickling method? Pickling is an easy method of preserving fishes. Pickle fish must be stored in the refrigerator at no higher than 40 degree Fahrenheit. So maintaining the preparing the pickles, that is also the another method. See, by maintaining the small pieces, cutting the fishes into the small pieces by adding the salt and the what we can say here red chili or the pepper, so high concentration of oil. Here oil is also added to maintain to prepare the pickles. Likewise, they have to also maintain for the long periods. This is the pickling method. Only a few species of fishes are preserved for the pickling. But almost all type of fish may be pickled at home. Commercially, some fishes are there. But for home use, for at the home, we can use or we can prepare the pickles for any species of the fishes. And after the preservation method, there is another risk, that is the transportation. Transportation is also the another method. Huh. So transportation of the fishes, I think it's 11. Okay. Transportation of the fishes products, how they are transported. Development in the fish preservation and the transportation has increased significantly. The share of fish products that enters international trade, fish is trade alive and fresh, frozen, cured or canned. It is transported by sea, air or land. Live fresh and frozen fishes required to spatial area in comparison with the cured or the canned fishes. What are the important methods for the transportation? See here, for our today's class, we are completed with the preservation method. That four types of methods are there, like the heats and by adding the salting method, by wet drying, cold drying. Time is also come to the complete. So for tomorrow class, I am going to discuss about